Hey everyone, what is going on? So we are going up against a subscriber today in Ferocious Cup battles, and this is actually quite a lengthy video because we did quite a lot of battles. So let's see what his team is. His team is going to be B-Barrel, ALOLAN Ninetales Shelgon, ALOLAN Marowak, Linoon, and ALOLAN Sandslash, and my team will be Donphan, ALOLAN Ninetales, ALOLAN Marowak, Vaporeon, Suicune, and ALOLAN Raichu. And yeah, we're going to be talking about ALOLAN Marowak and why it's really good for this cup, or at least I think it's going to be really good. And yeah, so first of all, resist Charm, which is obviously one of the benefits because Charm is going to dominate this cup. It's going to be all over the place. Everybody is going to have a Charm user, if not multiple Charm users. I could definitely see that happening. So I would totally recommend Fire Spin on ALOLAN Marowak because it does deal with that ALOLAN Ninetales quite nicely. And it'll be taking resistant damage from the Charm as well as dealing super effective damage with Fire Spin. So I think Fire Spin is probably the preferred move in this cup. Now, some people in the Sinister Cup preferred Hex, some people preferred Fire Spin, but for this cup, I think Fire Spin is the way to go. Yes, obviously, you're not going to be doing much to the water Pokemon like Suicune, Vaporeon, or B-Barrel, or any other water types with the Fire Spin, but you're not going to want to stick around with ALOLAN Marowak anyway against them, right? So as you can see right now, we have my Marowak against my opponent's Ninetales. We're going to go for the Shadow Ball. Does not knock it out, but we finish it off with Fire Spin. A little bit surprised that Shadow Ball was not blocked, but maybe he predicted a Bone Club. But either way, we do go ahead and take game one. Again, playing in the Ultra League just so we can increase the badge as always. So for game two, I lead with my Vaporeon, and my opponent will lead with that ALOLAN Sandslash. I will be trying out ALOLAN Sandslash in a future video as well. He switches to Shelgon. I charge up a little bit and then pull into Donphan. Now I still currently have Play Rough, however I since switched it after this video to Heavy Slam, so I have Earthquake and Heavy Slam. We take the Twister, and right now I am going to go for the Play Rough to try and knock out this Shelgon, but he doesn't let it go through. But that's okay for me because at least we took a shield, so I'm pretty satisfied with that outcome. Just waiting for the switch timer to go down a little bit, and then I bring in my Fire Spin ALOLAN Marowak. He's going to fire off a move. I know I could take Twister as well as Flamethrower, so I do let it go through. And we're just trying to farm him down. He actually gets to another move though, unfortunately, so I do throw up the shield. I think I could have taken that, but then the Dragon Breath would have knocked me out. So yeah, I really had to shield that. Going for the Shadow Ball against his ALOLAN Ninetales, and we're waiting to see if the shield comes up, as it does. Hoping to get to another one, and because we resist Charm, we're actually able to, so we do go get to another Shadow Ball. Not worried about the shield at all because he doesn't have any left. And then Fire Spins are actually going to take him out. We're going to fall as well though, but we are up a shield, and Vaporeon resist all of ALOLAN Sandslash's moves besides Bulldoze if he has Bulldoze, but it resists Ice Punch. So I did go ahead and shield just in case it was a Bulldoze. It happened to be an Ice Punch, so we're able to get off an Aqua Tail, and this is going to finish off the ALOLAN Sandslash just fine. So we do go ahead and win that one. So really good game. Yeah, I really like the ALOLAN Marowak, as I said, for this cup. Seems really good just because, as I said, it charges up fast, resists Charm, and is super effective against the ALOLAN Ninetales, which it's not going to be on every team, but it's going to be on a lot of teams, and it's obviously super effective against Sandslash. So he'll pull the switch, perhaps trying to catch my Shadow Ball because he is part normal, but I'm going to switch into my ALOLAN Raichu. A little bit too slow on the switch, I should have switched faster, but we'll take that Hyper Fang, actually doing a lot of damage, and then he just faints us down. So yeah, definitely should have switched faster, probably should have shielded as well. But yeah, not looking too good for us. We're going to go ahead and pull up the shield against this Surf just so we could try and finish him off with Charms as we do. So we do go ahead and feint that B-Barrel. And his ALOLAN Marowak comes in against my Ninetales, so not really a good position. He will go ahead and block that Psyshock. Why not, since he has multiple shields available. Gonna go ahead and hit us with the Bone Club. We will be able to take that. Maybe he was trying to bait the last shield. I do switch into my ALOLAN MAROWAK to immediately click on Shadow Ball, hoping he would think it was like a Bone Club. Really not in a good position at this point. I knew he'd be able to get to a Shadow Ball. I do block this one because I thought I'd be able to get to a Shadow Ball before he can get to his move. Unfortunately, not the case. He does get to his charge move first, and it is a Shadow Ball. I was hoping it was a Bone Club, but it wasn't. So I nicely played on his end, and he'll be able to finish me off. So really nicely played, really good games. So we're going to jump into another one. He also just recently won his Sinister Cup, so congratulations again. That's awesome. And so I lead with Suicune, he leads with Linoon, and as I've mentioned in the past, I think I mentioned it, Linoon generally gives me problems, I guess just because it's really versatile. It has Grass Knot, which can cover the water Pokemon, and then it has Dig, if you opt for Dig, which can cover ALOLAN MAROWAK, and maybe other fire types. Grass Knot also hits Donphan, so it has been giving me a lot of trouble. You know, Dig also hits the electric Pokemon if you have like the Raichu. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring in my Suicune to take whatever it is. It happens to be a Shadow Ball, doing a good amount of damage. I mean, we're able to take it. I wanted to try and feint him down, but I was afraid he would get to a charge move, so I just go for the Bubble Beam, and we do knock out the Marowak, and then he brings in his Linoon, which of course I know is going to be the Grass Knot. I do decide to shield this because I knew I'd be able to get to a Hydro Pump. I think I go for the Bubble Beam, maybe I don't. Let's see what I go for. I'm not too sure what I go for. We actually go straight for the Hydro Pump, so I guess Bubble Beam would have been better in that situation. Not able to get to another Bubble Beam, unfortunately. I should have bluffed with the Bubble Beam. I was pretty confident he would block, but that's okay. Then I bring in my ALOLAN MAROWAK, which is actually not really that great against Linoon. It's okay against his Linoon because he does not have the Dig. He has Thunder and Grass Knot. So it's actually pretty good against his, but if your opponent has Dig on Linoon, which I think is probably going to be the more common move, it's going to be a threat to ALOLAN MAROWAK. But either way, we do lose that one fair and square, so we're going to jump into another game. He leads with Linoon, I lead with Donphan. Now again, this is, we have the counter, so this is okay, but he also has the Grass Knot. He actually pulls the switch, which I was really surprised about, because he, as I said, he does have the Grass Knot. But I do go ahead and go for the Play Rough, and then I switch into my Charm user. And I'm glad that Play Rough caught the shield, that's what I was hoping for. But we're going to be able to take this Flamethrower. I was hoping it was a Twister, like a bluff. It was not, so he just goes straight for the Flamethrower and almost knocks me out. So not really good for me. I probably should have shielded that. We were already up a shield, so there was really no reason not to shield it. So I would say that was definitely a mistake on my end, but that's okay. He goes for his charge move, and I will block this, hoping it is a Shadow Ball. It is not. It is a bluff. So I'm going to go ahead and try to bluff him myself with Bone Club. Let's see if he falls for it. He does. So good for us, and then we're just trying to get to the Shadow Ball. As we do, we don't have to worry about a shield because he's out of them, so we know this is going to be able to take out the Marowak. He switches into his Linoon, and I immediately pull the switch into Donphan because I know it's Linoon in the back, and we're just going to shield that and do as much damage with counters as possible. He actually gets to another Grass Knot, and this is definitely going to be able to knock out Donphan, but that is okay because we have the Marowak in the back, and even if he got to a Grass Knot, I believe we would have actually survived that, but we do go ahead and knock him out and take that. So hey, good game. Good game. So we're going to jump into another one, of course. As I said, this is a longer video because we have more battles, so grab some snacks, enjoy, let me know what you think of the content. So we're going to switch into ALOLAN MAROWAK against his Ninetales, charging up a lot of energy, and he actually pulls the switch. We go for the bluff, but he pulls the switch to catch the move, and he actually shields anyway, I guess because he switched into ALOLAN MAROWAK, so that was a good bluff on my end. We were able to catch the shield. We go for the Shadow Ball now, and he actually does not shield that, so almost knocking him out. I do shield because I'm like, even if it is a Bone Club, which it is, that's fine because we're going to be able to knock him out. So even on shields, and we are up energy, so looking pretty good for us. He does bring in that Linoon, which I mean, Shadow Ball is not going to do much because it is a normal type, so we're going to have to bail from that into Alolan Ninetales. I noticed he stopped attacking, so I let him get a couple Shadow Claws in. I might have gotten an extra Charm. I'm not too sure, but if I did, I apologize for that. But either way, trying to feint down his Linoon, and then he does go for his charge move, and we are out of shield, so we're going to have to take it. It is that Grass Knot, but we can take it because we're an Alolan Ninetales. And then he brings out his Alolan Ninetales, and I'm going to go straight for this Psyshock just to do as much damage as possible, and it actually feints the Ninetales, so we do go ahead and take that game. So it was a really good game. I think I said earlier that ALOLAN MAROWAK was good against Linoon if Linoon doesn't have Dig. That's actually not really true because Shadow Ball's not going to do much. But yeah, it's okay. Anyway, we begin with Alolan Raichu against Bibel. So positive matchup for us. He switches into the Marowak, so I'm going to counter right into the Marowak myself. And do I shield? I do not. I risk it. And it happens to be a Bone Club. So good for us. I'm going to go ahead and go straight for the Shadow Ball, hoping he would think I would try and bluff him as well. But no, he does throw up the shield. So nice shield on his end. I think I shield this one. No, I actually don't. I actually take it, and it is a Shadow Ball, so he does knock us out. So I was banking on the second bluff, but it didn't happen. It did not happen. I switch into my Alolan Raichu and immediately go for the Wild Charge against his Marowak, and he actually shields that, so I'll take that shield. And we get to another Wild Charge, so now he is out of shield, so this damage will be going through, and that will be enough to knock out the Alolan Marowak. He does bring in his Linoon. I switch into Donphan. Now, yes, I know he has Grass Knot, but I am up 2 shields, so both of these shields will be enough to block the Grass Knots, and I will be able to feint him. I actually decide not to use my last shield. I decide to just go straight for the play rough to knock him out and still keep a shield. I could have continued to counter him down and blocked the incoming Grass Knot, which was going to knock out Donphan, and then I would have been down shields, but I decided not to go that route, and I would have had the energy for the Bibel. Maybe I should have went that route, but it doesn't matter because we finish him off with Alolan Raichu. So good game, good game, good game, as always. So we're going to jump into another one. I do lead with the Vaporeon against the Alolan Sandslash, so this is positive for me. I mean, if he has Bulldoze, it'll be doing neutral damage. He actually pulls the switch into Linoon, so again, I kind of have to watch out because I know he has Grass Knot and Thunder. So again, as I've mentioned previously, Linoon does give my team trouble. Let me know if it gives your team trouble as well. So I'll definitely be using Linoon more so. But anyway, we go for the Bone Club. He's going to go ahead and shield that. And I'm going to go for the Bone Club again. And let's see if he shields this. He actually does. He blocks both of my shields and then feints me down. Yeah, Alolan Marowak is not good against Linoon because of that Shadow Claw as well. So it doesn't matter if he has Dig or not. He's just going to knock out Alolan Marowak, hitting us with the Thunder, but I will go ahead and shield that, and then he does get off another move. I think I let this one go through. It is a Grass Knot. I knew I could take a Grass Knot or a Thunder, so we do go ahead and take those moves. I'm going to pull the switch immediately and click on my Aqua Tail ASAP to get the damage off against this Alolan Marowak, and then we're charging up a little bit extra, going for the Aqua Tail immediately. And this will not knock it out. Actually, it does knock it out. Excuse me. I didn't think it did, but then I realized that the water gun damage allowed it to not be knocked out. So anyway, Ice Punch comes at me, and I'm just going to go ahead and continue to charge up. I let this go through. I know it's an Ice Punch incoming, so we're able to take it. And then we go for another Aqua Tail, and let's see what happens. This Alolan Sandslash will not go down, and then we do go ahead and feint him with Water Gun. So we do go ahead and win that one. But yeah, as I mentioned already, Alolan Sandslash is a Pokemon that I will be trying out for sure. Can't wait to try that one out. So I do have my Suicune against Alolan Marowak. And, you know, I'll take this matchup. I mean, we do have Hydro Pump as well as Bubble Beam. So we're just charging up. He switches into Linoon, and of course I'm gonna have to get out of there, but I do go ahead and go for, I think I bluffed this time. No, we go straight for the Hydro Pump. For some reason I kept on thinking I bluffed. I don't know. I think I do bluff in this video with Suicune eventually. I'm not too sure. Maybe not. But anyway, we take the Thunder, doing a lot of damage to us, and we're just trying to feint him down. He actually gets to his charge move, and I do go ahead and shield, so now we're even on shield, and then I will go for my Psyshock. For some reason with Suicune, it seems that whenever I use Bubble Beam, they don't shield. Whenever I use Hydro Pump, they shield, so it's like I always call it incorrectly, but that's okay. Anyway, I will bring in my Suicune right now. We're going to go ahead and take this move, I believe. No, we don't. Excuse me. We don't take it. But it is a Shadow Ball. And this time I bluff. I bluff with the Bubble Beam this time. So let's see if we can catch the shield. We do catch it and lower his attack at the same time. And he is able to get off another Shadow Ball. And because we lowered his attack, we're actually able to take that. We may have been able to take it anyway. I'm not too sure. But we go for the Hydro Pump this time, and this will definitely knock out that Marowak. And then he brings in his Shelgon. I was seeing if I could get to the Hydro Pump, and I was about to click on the Bubble Beam. Wasn't happening. So he does go for his move, which is Twister, I believe, or Flamethrower. It is Twister. Okay, I thought it was Twister. We take it, and we're able to get to the Play Rough. And of course, a Play Rough is going to be able to knock out this Shelgon. So another good game. That was a very close game, actually. Very close game. So yeah, so that was a good one. So we're going to go ahead and jump into another one, of course. Why not? Beginning with the ALOLAN Marowak. So it's an ALOLAN Marowak mirror match. And both of us have Fire Spin, so we'll just see whoever can shield bait properly, I guess. I am going to go ahead and go for the shield bait this time to see if that's going to take his shield. It does, so that was a good bait on my end. And because he shielded, I decided to shield as well, and he actually catches me with the bait. So let's see what happens. I go for the Shadow Ball, hoping that he wouldn't want to use his last shield, thinking it was another bait, and he still does shield. So again, nice shield on his end. So we're going to go ahead and take this. It is another Bone Club, another shield bait. So at least we were able to take it. Now I know this is a Bone Club because Bone Club at this range would knock me out. Actually, it's a Shadow Ball. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, well, it's probably a Bone Club because Bone Club's going to knock me out anyway. But no, it was actually a Shadow Ball, excuse me. So I go for my Shadow Ball and I can knock him out. He brings in B-Bell and doesn't even give me a chance to switch. He just feints me down with Water Gun. I think about it for a little bit and I decide to bring in Vaporeon. Now, I do have to be careful because I know he has Hyper Fang or Hyper Beam, so we have to see which one he has. It is the Hyper Fang, and that does a load of damage to us. Able to get off that last resort to try and counteract the damage, as we do. So, trying to feint him down with Water Gun, barely does not feint him down. It almost feints him down. He hits us with the Surf. That will knock out Vaporeon, and then Charm will knock out his B-Barrel. And then he brings in Linoon, and I was feeling pretty good because I knew I could take a Grass Knot and Thunder because I have taken it before with ALOLAN Ninetales in this battle. So as you can see, we do take the Grass Knot, and we're able to get to the Psyshock. And this should definitely feint that Linoon, as it does. So we do go ahead and take this game. So another good game. Yeah, really liking this team. I mean, there's some things I'm going to change. I really want the regular Thundershock Raichu, but I just don't have one, unfortunately. But for this battle, it's Linoon versus Donphan, and counters are doing good damage, but I know he has Grass Knot, so I am definitely going to go ahead and shield this up. Don't want to take that. And I do go for the Play Rough because I was confident he could get to another Grass Knot before I feinted him with counters. He does shield it though, so that's definitely good for us. He brings in B-Bell, and I'm actually okay with this matchup because look how much counter did, because B-Bell is part normal type. So even though we took a lot of damage, we actually got knocked out, we did a lot of damage to that B-Bell. So I'm actually okay with that matchup. Blocking the Surf. And so we are out of shields now. I'm going to go ahead and try to switch. Unfortunately, it was late. I couldn't get the switch off right away. And right now he does go for his move, which is going to be the Shadow Ball. Really no reason not to go for Shadow Ball. I was at first charging up for the Shadow Ball, and then I realized I couldn't get to it, and I tried to get to the Bone Club, but then I just fainted, so that's okay. He does shield this Ninetales, and yeah, there's no chance for me in this game. He's definitely got this one. But again, it's a new cup, so we're all just practicing. So there could be plenty of mistakes where we all learn the meta. Like there's a lot of Pokemon in this cup are brand new to me, so I don't even know how much energy it takes to get to a specific move. I also don't know how much damage a specific attack does. Like the Grass Knot from Linoon did more damage to Suicune than I expected, even though it is super effective. I don't know, so I mean a lot to practice, but we will continue with the daily content, and if you do like the daily content, definitely leave a thumbs up to let me know. But now I do have the Alolan Ninetales versus the Alolan Marowak, and he does hit me with a Bone Club to knock me out. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in my Suicune. Gonna go ahead and take this attack 2. It happens to be a Shadow Ball, doing a good amount of damage. I think I try to feint him down, but unfortunately he does get to another charge move, and I expect this to be Bone Club, so I do take it. And it is Bone Club, so we're able to take it. And we knock out that Marowak, and then I'm gonna go ahead and click on Bubble Beam to try and catch a shield. And I do believe I do get the shield in this case. Yes, we do. So we're actually able to go back-to-back Bubble Beams. I wasn't expecting him to shield the second one, but he actually does shield it. So pretty good for us. We do take both shields, and unfortunately not able to get to another Bubble Beam, but that is okay. I bring in my Alolan Marowak, and he is going to go ahead and go for the Grass Knot, which won't do much at all to me. But He fires off, I believe, another one, or is it Thunder? It is Thunder, so this is doing a little bit more damage, but still not a whole lot. I'm charging up quite a bit of energy, at least trying to, and then we fire off the Bone Club. I want to try and get enough for a Shadow Ball for whatever is in the back. He does fire off his Pokemon, or his attack, and we will go ahead and shield that, otherwise we'd faint. So we knock out Linoon, and I'm like, as long as it's not Bibarel, we might win. It's actually Bibarel, so Shadow Ball's not going to be doing much to Bibarel, and then he's going to be able to feint me down with Water Gun. So he does go ahead and take that one, and that will be it for this video, guys. I will see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.